Virtual courts are going to become reality. The COVID-19 and the resultant lockdown have paved way for e-courts in true sense. The imagination of few noble minds in judiciary to have virtual courts appears to be becoming a reality soon. The Honorable Supreme Court has set the ball rolling and has clearly indicated to litigating fraternity to be ready for the change. And this video is a genuine attempt by us lawyers to adapt to the changes and welcome these reforms with open arms. Let's have a look. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, hello, namaskar, and welcome to Law Charcha. This video is different from my earlier videos for two reasons. One, it is going to portray the functioning of real courts, actual courts, no, virtual courts, with this disclaimer. Secondly, I am accompanied by my lively chamber colleagues and enthusiastic lawyers in this video. How is this evidence actually recorded in the court? What are the do's and don'ts? Though it is not possible to elaborate each facet in one go, we have in this video, as a case study, taken up a defamation matter. Let's hear from my friend Advocate Aditya Samant what are the facts of this demo case.
The case in a nutshell. Baburao Apte is a member of Starfish Cooperative Housing Society. Ramprasad Sharma is the secretary of the society. There is a WhatsApp group of the society of which all the society members are a part. Ramprasad Sharma posted names of members who have not paid the maintenance of the society on the WhatsApp group. Baburao Apte's name reflected in the list in spite of he having paid the amount. There were arguments between Ramprasad and Baburao on the group. Baburao Apte ultimately filed a case for defamation before the Baburao Apte is to be examined.
So let's enter this virtual courtroom in the courtroom of His Honor Judge Devi Prasad.
Yes, coordinator, have you identified the witness?
Yes, Your Honor, I have identified the witness.
Have you made sure the witness is not accompanied by anybody and is not coached or influenced by anybody and is also isolated?
Yes, I have, and the witness will be before you now.
Mr. Apte, you are hereby informed that you are under oath and therefore you shall state the truth and nothing but the truth.
Sir, I swear in name of God that I will say the truth.
Please state your name for the record.
My name is Baburao Ganpatrao Apte.
Please state where do you stay.
Sir, I stay in Mumbai, flat number 402, B Wing, Starfish Society, Harabara Mohalla.
Mr. Shyam, the prosecutor, you can now begin.
So, with your Honor's permission, Mr. Apte, could you tell the court how long have you been living in the said society?
Sir, I have been living since past 8 years.
Are you a member of the said society?
Yes, sir, I am member of the society.
With your Honor's permission, I would be sharing the share certificate on the screen.
Okay.
Mr. Apte, is this a copy of the share certificate?
Yes, sir. This is the share certificate, sir. This is my share certificate's copy, sir.
Mr. Shyam, is him being the member of the society disputed?
No, sir. It is just my duty to bring it on record.
Yes. Mr. Raju, are you objecting being member of the society itself?
Not really, Your Honor, but let it not come as an admission from the defense.
Okay, Mr. Shyam, you may proceed now.
Mr. Apte, could you brief the court a little more about the WhatsApp group of the society?
Yes, sir. There was a WhatsApp group of society which was created for a purpose of communication by the management committee, sir. I am member of that WhatsApp group, sir. So are the Star Society members. They are also member of that group, sir.
So, Mr. Apte, was it the society office bearer who put the list of members not paying the maintenance on the WhatsApp group?
I object, Your Honor. The prosecution is trying to lead the witness.
Mr. Shah, I may have to agree with Mr. Raju here. Please put your question properly.
My apologies.
I'm obliged.
Mr. Apte, what kind of instructions or notices have been posted on the WhatsApp group?
Sir, notices and instructions like with respect to sir maintenance payment.
Mr. Apte, what were the contents of the notice with respect to the maintenance payment?
Well, sir, they used to put a list of members who did not pay the maintenance, and they used to refer to that list as defaulters list, sir.
So, Mr. Apte, were you a part of the defaulters list?
Yes, sir. Unfortunately, my name was put in the defaulters list in spite of me having paid maintenance. This has happened twice, sir. This has been done on purpose by accused, with sole intent to insult me in front of the members of the society, sir.
Mr. Apte, did you question this fact of wrongly mentioning your name in the list?
Yes, I did, but the accused on the group kept on defending himself by saying that it is not a big deal and that he will verify the list later on and he will put the new list.
So then what was the issue? Did he post the new list?
Yes, he did, but again, sir, in the new list, he again put my name, sir, in spite of me having paid the maintenance. He said that society account did not reflect credit. He kept giving such silly reasons in spite of there being debit entry which I had shown in my account.
So, Mr. Apte, why did you not try to resolve the dispute?
Sir, the accused kept on making statements in the group that some people are habitual defaulters and these defaulters keep cribbing about society work and then pay late. This was all addressed to me in front of all members in the group. I showed my displeasure over this, but he kept on again and again doing the same thing. I requested him to resolve the dispute in private chat and privately, but he continued to chat on the group only. And he said that let everyone know who all are defaulting. I repeated that I am not default. On which he said, may not be in this month, but in earlier months you were defaulting. He further, sir, made some comments indicating that such person should not be there, should not be allowed to live in the society.
Mr. Apte, do you have a copy of the chat?
Yes, sir. I gave the copy of the chat along with the complaint, sir.
Your Honor, if you could refer to page number 4 of the list of documents which was sent on an email, which is also a copy of the chat which was there on the WhatsApp group.
Yes.
Mr. Apte, is this the same copy of the chat?
Yes, sir. The same, sir. The one which was there along with the complaint. It is the same, sir.
Could you tell the court from where you procured this chat?
Yes, sir. It was downloaded from my phone, sir.
Mr. Apte, could you give details of your phone and details of when the chat was downloaded and any more details, if any?
Sir, the chat was downloaded from my iPhone 7 device on on April 30th, 2020, and it was printed, sir. And then along with the complaint, it was filed, sir.
Your Honor, if you could refer to the certificate under 65B, which is at page 10 of the list of documents sent on email. And with your permission, if I could share the screen.
Yes, please do.
Mr. Apte,
Yes,
was
sir.
this made in an affidavit form by you?
Yes, sir. It was made by me, sir.
And does this bear your signature?
Yes, sir. That is my signature. I can identify my signature, sir. It is there, sir.
Mr. Apte, after this chat, what was that happened next?
Sir, after couple of days, sir, I met the accused in the society office where some committee members were sitting, sir. So I asked him for the receipt of my maintenance payment.
And thereafter, what happened?
He said that he will email me the receipt, sir, and further, he, in a very indecent manner, sir, showed middle finger to me and said that पेमेंट तो टाइम पे नहीं करते, रिसिप्ट टाइम पे चाहिए नवाब साहब को. So, this is what happened, sir.
Mr. Apte, who all were present in the office at the time of this incident?
Sir, the office bearer, that is Lakshman Prasad Sharma, who is the treasurer, and Dashrath Prasad Sharma, who is the chairman, sir. There were few other committee members also, 3 or 4, but I don't recollect their names, sir.
So after this, what did you do?
Nothing, sir, since this was happening regularly and having felt offended by someone calling me defaulter in front of all, I tried to tell the accused that it was not correct and he should seek my apology in front of everyone. He did not agree. Therefore, I felt bad. Facing people in society became little awkward for me after this incident. His intentions were always to impute negative things about me. Hence, I decided to file this complaint, sir.
Your Honor, that would be all from the prosecution. I'm obliged. Obliged, Your Honor.
Okay, Mr. Apte, you can now disconnect.
Thank you, sir.
So, this was a demonstration of how an examination in chief can be conducted via video conferencing. I am sure you must have noticed how a judge is concerned about what is being recorded in evidence, where he questions the very need to deliberate on aspect of Baburao Apte's membership in society, when the dispute is actually of defamation. And then how the prosecutor wants to ensure that certain things come on record, and how the defense wants to avoid any admission from its end. Similarly, a leading question cannot be asked while conducting examination in chief, for obvious reason, that is, the prosecutor should not be guiding his witness. The defense counsel was alert enough to take an objection, so also the judge decisive to sustain it. Alertness and presence of mind are the keys for trial. It is an art, the science behind which can be learnt only in the courts. Through this video, we have tried to make the science reach on your screen. Apart from this, the procedural challenges of coaching a witness while giving evidence online, showing document to the witness before the court, these have been dealt with while the witness was present before the court through a virtual witness box. There could be challenges in running a court virtually, but where there is a will, there is a way. And I am sure, as part of our country's judicial system, which has indeed risen to the occasion, we together will welcome the reforms and make things happen. I thank my colleagues for their support, along with Advocate Aditya Sawant, who played the defense counsel, Mr. Raju. We had Advocate Hussein Kopti playing as Mr. Sham, the prosecutor. Then Advocate Anuj Zaveri as Shri Devi Prasad, the judge. Then Mrs. Nandini Chauhan as the coordinator, and myself as Baburao Apte, the witness who was examined. I request you all to share this video to as many as you can and subscribe to Law Charcha for more such upcoming videos. Thank you. Namaskar.